Yeah, BIP Bizarre Interest Productions, and yeah, let's talk about this. June wasn't that good of a month for me, the channel, or just with life in general. Let's just start with me, since technically I am the main character of this channel. Even though, yeah, technically my mental health took a turn for the worst this month, and while part of that is to blame on myself, the heat really didn't help me out. Personally, gonna be honest, my body and I have never been accustomed to the heat, and while I know that's the case for some people out there, I have absolutely no idea how content creators are able to work in this heat half of the time and release content consistently the way that they do. Ironically, I have an AC, but I can't exactly record when it's playing because of the background effect. Heck, gonna be honest, there are times where I'm not even writing my scripts at home. I usually have to go somewhere else for that. Gonna be honest, part of the reason working on the Rayra Kamen Rider Dad's video took so long was because I've gone to a place with a better cooling system to work on the script, and when I was invited out with a friend, I finished the last quarter of that script on the train on Gmail, and then when I went to get it back, Gmail deleted the whole thing without warning. It was ridiculous and it made no sense. Someone's gonna ask, hey, how come you don't use dictation or the text-to-speech function so that you could write your scripts better and faster? That's the thing. Sometimes I do use it in tandem with my notes, but the problem is that it's very inconsistent. On a laptop, sometimes it gets words wrong or it ends up combining words, so anything that I say ends up looking completely weird when I go to record and read it, since I get confused since I know that's not what I intended to say originally, or it adds punctuations to words that didn't even mean to have it in the first place. Like, I'm sure you guys have noticed there have been a few times where I've had a word flub or two, and usually I either do my best to fix it or work around it, but sometimes it's a script issue and I literally have to pause or alter it while I'm recording or writing the script. I kid you not, for this video, when I said alter it, text-to-speech put it as ultimates. And even right now, I said text-to-speech, they put it as Texas Beach. I can't make this up. Using it on the phone is marginally better, but sometimes it doesn't even work on the phone. Like, you would have to restart your phone and then use it, and it's not something that's easy to do in public spaces. There are times where I have to use both my laptop and my phone in order to type my scripts for my videos. And can we all agree, like, the heat is just way worse than it usually is? I remember at work a few weeks ago, the heat was getting so bad, some people didn't even have proper air conditioning. Like, some people had to use 2 air conditionings in their room, and it wasn't even that strong. Ironically, I was still more comfortable there than at home. There have been hours where I could have been script writing or editing and ended up passing out or sleeping because the heat is just too much to handle. Now, I know what the counter argument is, just get used to the heat. I'm genuinely trying, but that also goes into tandem with my next point. At the risk of testing my mental health to its limits to prove it, I've been trying to figure out when's the perfect time to release and upload and release my videos. I'm off work for now, which is good for time, but bad financially. I said it before, I wanted to do YouTube for years, and that being able to get monetized isn't the end goal, but a sign of my hard work and effort. But because I haven't had the mental strength to make these videos, I have been able to do my daily uploads, and regardless of the video turnout, working on those has allowed me to build up my channel faster than I thought I did, but it still isn't enough. When I started, I thought you needed at least 500 subscribers and 3,000 public watch hours to make it. As of when I'm recording this, I'm at 299 subscribers and 995 watch hours out. So that's about 59.8% and 33.1%, correct? Well, no. Turns out that goal would help you get an earning journey, start memberships, supers, sharing products, and stuff like that. To actually get monetized, you need 1,000 followers and 4,000 watch hours. So I'm only 30% of the way there in terms of followers and 24.8% in terms of public watch hours. So I still have a far way to go, and since jobs are kind of hard to find in the summer, I need to improve on making videos faster and more consistently. Adjusting to the heat and figuring out how to adjust to the algorithm. So what needs to change? Well, first off, I need to make sure I finish a script for a video and start recording before 10 a.m. now, and then edit and get the clips I need before 6 p.m. more consistently. It was easier before allergy season hit because the heat wasn't obnoxious. I could actually breathe, and what I would do is write the scripts, record before work started, and then edit it on my way back. And while that's not an awful practice to do, doing that clearly helped me boost back up in the algorithm. Second, I need to make sure those videos get up between 5 p.m. and 8 p.m. According to both the views, what you all have been telling me, and the polls that I make you guys do, They're the sweet spot for the perfect time where you all have been motivated to watch. There are exceptions, like I'm pretty sure there's 2 Yu-Gi-Oh videos that are at least at abnormal times, but even then, I'm able to schedule those at times where you are all able to find them available and accessible to watch. The same thing goes with shorts. At least 3 times I've posted shorts throughout the majority of the day to see the engagement and who. Plus, when people were more likely to engage with them, and from what I saw, unless it was an actively trending discussion, most people were not likely to engage with it until after 5 p.m. to around 6 a.m. in the morning. On one hand, I can see that making sense, but I also noticed that if I didn't put a full length video, no one watched. So I need to accommodate for once. If you have a problem, notice a problem, then solve it. So I also just need to keep my promises and get all those videos I said I would either have done or out. There's at least 18 to 19 videos from last month I should have done to some extent. And because of all the factors, I couldn't get onto them. When in reality, I should have at least tried to get about 15 videos out. How much did I actually get in total? 14. But honestly, I would have probably been at 320 subscribers by now if I actually just locked in and got those done. Speaking of which, doing longer videos is always a gamble, especially if or when they flop. I try to stay in at about a 9 to 12 minute video range. I do go out of my way to type my scripts. Hell, I've rewritten a couple. There clearly need to be doing a better job in general, so that's on me. Plus, it's not like being a smaller creator hasn't been easy on me, especially when compared to some of the bigger names of whatever genre I talk about. Remember, I had that Nickelodeon vs. Capcom video planned for months, and when I was able to finally finalize it in May, Marvel Tokon got announced, and you all know how hard I was trying to spend my time organizing everything so that can come out in a decent fashion, while also trying to actually make well-detailed analysis videos on Marvel Tokon. And my videos got overshadowed by channels that didn't really put a lot of effort into their videos because they have enough followings that they don't have to try as much. That's not pretending to everyone, but it is easier for some people to get away with making content without as much effort as others. Which makes sense. I've only been doing this consistently for at least about 3 months, but that means I need to improve so the numbers reflect that. And yeah, to say the world isn't so great right now, like, people are losing their rights to live. Other people are getting kidnapped off the streets, allegedly by people that should be protecting us. We can't even elect someone in New York City whose skin is lighter than mine without it being a sort of huge controversy. And now people are worried about World War III happening again. Plus, because Pride Month and men's mental health is over, it doesn't mean that people who have other identities are going to not struggle with their own mental health. It just doesn't go away. There are moments we spotlight and highlights that bring more awareness and attention, and people still struggle with both of those. Even I struggle with my mental health. That's why I'm making this video too, to let you guys know where I'm coming from as of late. So, what videos are coming next? Well, I have a video about me as a Beyblade content creator coming out the day after this gets released. I finally finished the script for who should Raj's love interest be. I will start the recording for the Born Hates Asian People video, since that video should have been out by at least last month. I skipped over working on the Lana Corner video for now to work on the Pick on Yumi Week Explain video, which is going pretty well, but I do want to tackle the Lana Corner one either after that or in that same time span. The video I definitely want to get out before July 15th is a video on the Tiny Chef show and Nickelodeon's mistreatment of several of their shows, because I heard about those, and right now is the perfect opportunity to spread awareness of what's going on with that show's future and how Nickelodeon just can't keep getting away with these terrible practices again and again and again and again. I also really want to make a video on Power Ranger couples that should have ended up together. We also need to talk about Comrade of Alvarad and the problem with fraud discourse, how Gottschalk brought out the worst in the tokusatsu community, when should Kamen Riders get their final forms, the wasted Power Rangers enemies to lovers opportunity, and how Power Rangers SPD could use the Gold Ranger. I'm not sure about doing the Winx Club video anymore, since I feel like that video is better suited to people who've watched way more than me, so let me know if you still want me to do it or not. I definitely want to do a sequel to Introverts Deserve More Love Part 2, because there's still a few more series I didn't get a chance to talk about the first time that I want to talk about for that one. There's also the problem with the Sakura versus Hinata rivalry and Shonen Jump heroines versus Capcom heroines video I promised. Then to end those videos I should have done a while ago, I want to finish the videos on fixing Yu-Gi-Oh characters with Alexis, Chaz, and doing a which Yu-Gi-Oh series needed more tag duels video. Then we'll get to the Beyblade videos, because tomorrow I have something to say about that then, but I'll save that topic for when we get there. So, will I overcome these hurdles and get everything done? With July, I have no idea what's going to happen. All we have to do is believe, and in my case, try and see what happens. But I'll try to make this month's output better than the last. After all, what's the point of constructive criticism if you're not going to use it yourself, right? Anyway, that's all for today, and BIP of Bizarre Angels Productions, signing off.